So President Biden delivering a new batch of gaffes this week as he gets into re-election mode. He referred to Indian Prime Minister Modi as China's prime minister. China. No, not China. And it didn't end there.
We've appointed more African-American women to the federal bench than every other president combined. And he got the first and brightest, Justice Ketanji Brown.
To what extent has Vladimir Putin been weakened by recent events?
It's hard to tell, but he's clearly losing the war in Iraq. He's losing the war at home.
Oh, gosh. Even the liberal media taking note. MSNBC host Mehdi Hasan tweeting, "Is it great that the Democratic president running for re-election is super old and keeps forgetting words? No. Despite the gaffes, Biden still has a commanding lead in the polls. A new Fox poll has him with 64% support with Democratic primary voters still. Challengers, Robert Kennedy Jr. at just 17%, Marianne Williamson's 10%. So Shermichael Singleton, former deputy chief of staff at the Department of Housing and Urban Development, joins us now, as well as Kevin Walling, former Biden campaign surrogate. Thank you so much for talking to us, guys. Kevin, the prime minister of China is not Modi. He's the prime minister of India. Also, Putin is not in a war against Iraq. That would be Ukraine. I mean, these are not just gaffes. These are concerning mess-ups that something's not firing. Something's not firing. I mean, you don't make these mistakes. These are not mistakes. These are concerning medical issues. I mean, do you not see it that way?
Well, Julie, nothing is really new about the president and these gaffes. He's made them since he was in the United States Senate.
But they're not funny anymore. Gaffes are funny, right?
Julie,
this isn't funny. This is worrisome.
Julie, we all lived through 8 years of the George W. Bush administration. And I'm a Democrat. I love George W. Bush. But every other day he was mixing up people's names and these gaffes. So there's nothing new about gaffes in the presidency. You saw tapes of former President Trump sitting across from Rudy Giuliani in the cabinet room. Where's Rudy? And he was directly right in front of him, talking about storming the airports during the Revolutionary War while giving speeches and mixing up people's names. So this is not concerning to me. The president is firing on all cylinders as we head into this re-election. He's going to crisscross the country, bringing that message, Bidenomics, as he talked about yesterday in Chicago, to the American people. And I have full faith that he can win this election and beat whoever the Republicans put up.
Sure, Michael. Firing on all cylinders. Would you say that's an accurate description of our president?
No, Julie, of course not. And I have a lot of love and respect for my friend Kevin, but I disagree. I mean, first, let's look at the president's work hours, Julie, compared to presidents of the past, including Donald Trump. It's significantly shortened. He doesn't typically work beyond 6 p.m. There's a reason why in this country the retirement age is 66. When people are around 70, 75, there's an increased propensity for individuals to start suffering from memory loss issues. Yet those individuals, Julie, do not have the keys to the nuclear codes, right? And so I think there's a reason why when you look at individuals such as Robert Kennedy Jr. or Marianne Williamson, combined, they're representing close to 30%. A third of Democratic and Democratic-leaning voters are saying that they're open to voting for someone else other than the sitting president because they do have concerns, Julie, about his age and his mental and physical faculties.
I want to read this quote. Basically saying that experts pointing to the youth vote as a possible danger sign for Biden's re-election campaign. One longtime polling expert with Harvard says, quote, in the Washington Examiner, "Nearly every sign that made me confident in historic levels of youth participation in 2018, 2020, and 2022 is now flashing red." So basically, in the simplest terms, when the Democratic Party nominee for president garners 60% of the youth vote, Democrats win. Otherwise, it's ugly for them. I mean, it's not just ugly. I mean, I would think that the youth would be the most scared at this. Maybe, you know, the older voters might look at Biden and maybe relate with him, but the younger voters must be a bit concerned, no?
Well, certainly, Julie, we've got a lot of work to do with young voters. They helped deliver the presidency to the president just 2 years ago in 2020, and also beat back this Republican red wave in 2022. They're a key base of the Democratic Party. That's why I think you're seeing the president campaigning so hard, talking about issues relating to young people, whether it be climate change, whether it be college affordability, whether it be this great jobs market that a lot of young people will be entering into when they graduate college. So I think that's going to be a critical component, as it always has been, of the Democratic base, and the president is going to be focused on the youth vote, certainly.
All right, I
Julie,
just want to, yeah, go ahead. I'm going to give you the final word, and then I got to wrap this.
Just really quickly, I mean,
Yep.
if you look at the reality here, most younger voters cannot purchase their first homes. They're graduating college with a significant amount of debt. They're having a difficult time getting jobs.
During
Biden
inflation.
promised that he was going to
Let's absolutely talk about college debt.
Forgive student loans. This was a campaign promise that we all, Julie, warned was not going to happen. There's significant disappointment with younger voters, as they are the first group in this country's history that have things far worse than what they were in the past. So they're not excited about Joe Biden or Democrats.
All right, gentlemen, that's all we got to, all the time we have for now. But yeah, Bidenomics, when you're trying to tout an economy, when people can't afford their groceries.
Wages are up, inflation's coming down, Julie. That's a good thing for the American people.
I'd like to see the wages. Yeah, the wages are up.
Julie.
I would like to see prices come down. We're still waiting for that.
Amen.
All right. Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thanks,
Julie.
New Jersey.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.